Letting number 8701, MEP improvements to 12th and Park and Wold Recreation Center. We have one bid. Rainier Construction, LLC, RAI NERI Construction, LLC, $271,064.52. 271064.52. With the low bidder, please meet with Ms. Bryant in the hallway. Thank you.
Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Here.
Director Wilson.
Here.
Director Hayes.
Here.
Director Augustin is excused. Director Eccles.
Here.
Director Edwards.
Here.
And President Bradley.
Here we have a quorum. I call the meeting in order.
From the President, plans and specifications for letting number 8702 Ground Transportation Center at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Preliminary approval for letting number 8694 Terminals 1 and 2 Parking Facilities Structural Repairs, St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Contract and bond for letting number 8688 Electrical Upgrades to Maintenance Building A and B, St. Louis Lambert International Airport, St. Louis, Missouri. Amendment number 12 to the Facilities Management Division, contract number 68616 for building custodial services at 1520 Market Building, 1520 Market Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63103, and other city-owned and operated buildings per prior amendments. Recommendation that the board declares as emergency the following: Belle Reve Park Pavilion Structural Rehabilitation Project number 2019-41066, St. Louis, Missouri. Recommendation that the following festival zones be approved, subject to certain conditions as follows: Biggie's at Arthur between Watson and Alley, September 14, 2019. Keener Cocktails at Keener Plaza, September 19th and October 17, 2019. Fall Festival at Fox Park and Victor between California and Ohio, September 21st, 2019. Dogtown Pet Parade, staging behind Pat O'Connell Tavern. Parade proceeds south on Tam, east on Berthold, south on Graham, west on West Park, north on Tam, ends on Connolly Tavern, and closes Clayton between Tam and Art Hill on September 21st, 2019. STL Square Off Pizza Festival on the Hill at Barrow Park, September 22nd, 2019. Q in the Lou at Keener Plaza and Market between Broadway and 7th Street on September 27th through the 29th, 2019. Mexican Independence Day, Bevo at Gravois between Taft and Gannett on September 15, 2019. From the President, Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that permit for Merit Properties, LLC, for public improvements to include construction of new storage buildings, grading, storm sewers, and new pavement at 4935 through 37 Filer. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as an emergency the Compton Hill Water Tower inspection and stabilization. Recommends approval. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits for Ameren, Missouri be approved subject to certain conditions as follows: to construct new conduit duct banks within Spruce, Walnut, Clark, and 9th through 11th Street right-of-way, approximately 2,900 linear feet of open trench construction, and to construct new conduit duct banks within Walnut, 10th and 7th Street right-of-way, approximately 2,000 linear feet of open trench construction. Recommendation that the following permits be approved for AT&T as follows, subject to certain conditions. Contractors to access manhole at the site of 4176 Russell and bore 851 feet north to existing handhole at the site of 4179 Castle, then at pole in rear of 4120 DeTony, bore 115 feet east and 50 feet north to customer conduit in the rear of 4120 DeTony, etc. Contractor to access pole at the side of at the side of 2227 Clark and bore 138 feet east, then 130 feet northwest to the customer at 2227 Clark. This is to provide service at 2227 Clark. Lane closure will not be needed. Recommendation that the following permit for charter be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Starting at existing charter pad west side of sublet in front of 1601, boring a 2-inch roll pipe to the east of sublet 35 feet, turning north 40 feet to the drive of 1600, turning east into the property to a pole charter will set for the customer. Starting at existing charter pole 2323 Olive, charter would like to bore east 510 feet, placing a vault in the alleyway at intersection of Olive, Alleyway and 22nd Street. From there, charter will continue boring east 488 feet, placing another vault at Olive, Alleyway, and North 21st Street. Finally, charter will bore east 160 feet, placing a final vault before entering into private property of 308 North 21st Street. Starting at existing charter manhole at 8th and Walnut, 700 Market Street, charter will bore 222 feet south to the manhole located on the property of Cardinal Way. The new address will be 6 Cardinal Way. All other work would be on private property. Starting at the pole on January, bore south 58 feet to Dale, then bore west 84 feet, then bore north 22 feet to the building and place lockbox on building. Joint recommendation permit for MCI Metro access be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Beginning at northeast intersection of Watson and Filer, in front of 3298 Watson, place a new handhold, then bore and place conduit for new fiber 54 feet south, crossing Filer, and place new handhold in front of 3300 Watson, etc. Starting at existing manhole located 236 feet northwest of 4560 North 2nd Street, bore and place conduit for new fiber 20 feet southeast and place handhold in sidewalk 221 feet northwest of 4560 North 2nd. Starting at existing manhole located at 728 South 4th, bore and place conduit for new fiber 25 feet east to sidewalk at 728 South 4th Street and place new handhold in FDH. Start at existing manhole in the intersection of North 6th Street and Pine near 116 North 6th Street. Bore and place conduit for new fiber 50 feet southeast to sidewalk, then turn and bore 135 feet west along the south side of Pine Street, ending and placing handhold in front of 600 Pine near entrance to parking lot. Start at existing manhole located in the front of 10 North Tucker, bore southeast for approximately 75 feet to sidewalk and place handhold in front of 10 North Tucker. Start at existing handhold located near intersection of Washington and North 10th, near 1000 Washington, bore and place conduit for new fiber 20 feet southwest and place new handhold in sidewalk in front of 1000 Washington. Start at existing handhold located at 2660 Shoto, bore southwest for approximately 25 feet to sidewalk and place handhold. Start at existing manhole located at 1713 Shoto, Board Northwest for approximately 25 feet to sidewalk and place handhold. Start at existing manhole located at 4465 Manchester, Board Northeast for approximately 20 feet to sidewalk and place handhold. From the Director of Public Utilities and Public Safety, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions. Auto Tech Enterprises, LLC, to consolidate land at 6235 through 6241 Gravois in City Block 5296. And Ronald Kippola to consolidate land at 1117 through 27 North Grand in City Block 2293. From the Director of Streets, an ordinance to conditionally vacate Frederick beginning 140 feet south of Bittner and extending 556.25 plus or minus 9.695 feet southwardly to a point and a 15-foot wide north-south alley in City Block 4240 beginning at the 20-foot wide east-west alley and extending to another 15-foot wide alley in the same city block, and a portion of the 20-foot wide east-west alley in City Block 4240 beginning at Frederick and extending westwardly 3.327, 6.625 plus or minus 7.915 feet to a point. City Block 4240 is bounded by Bittner, Frederick, Schweitzer, and Christian. To conditionally vacate Tilly from Frederick to Newby and the 15-foot wide east-west alley in City Block 5430 is bounded by Tilly, Frederick, Baton, and Newby. Recommendation that the following permit be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Masala Restaurant and Indian Food to encroach with sidewalk cafe of 4 tables and 16 chairs utilizing 96 square feet at 6170 Delmore. And Central Baptist Church to encroach with banners on light poles located at 2842, 2900, 2901, 2837, 2800, 2805, and 2824 Washington, and on the east side of T.E. Huntley, north of Locust, the east side of T.E. Huntley, north of Washington, and the west side of T.E. Huntley alongside 2900 Washington. Recommendation that permit for Covo Unit 2 LLC doing business as Covo and Trust to encroach with sidewalk cafe of 10 tables and 20 chairs at 901 Olive be filed by reason of the fact that it is a duplicate. From the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Forestry. Recommendation that concession agreement extension with LASEC LLC to continue to operate the Steinberg Skating Ring and the Aviation Field concession in Forest Park for an additional year as allowed in their existing agreement, which was approved by the Board of Public Service on October 3rd, 2017, be approved. From the Director of Public Safety, we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dylan Mosier, Conditional Use Hearing Officer for the City of St. Louis, representing the Building Commissioner. Per Board Order Number 766, transmitted here with the recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval with conditions is recommended for 8 applications. 4041 Wyoming, 4024 Camilla, 1412 Bremen, 1399 Blackstone, 5956 Tara Lane, 6412 Winona, 3459 Chippewa, and 2320 East Grand. I request these recommendations be approved as submitted.
Are there any questions from the board on the conditional uses?
One point of clarification for number 8, is it 2320 or 2023 East Grand?
Let me just double check my file. That's 2023 East Grand.
Any further questions from the board?
Motion to approve the conditional uses.
Second. Moved and seconded for approval of today's conditional uses. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustine is excused. Director Eccles.
Aye.
Director Edwards. And President Bradley.
Aye. Conditional uses are approved. I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. Are there any questions or comments on the meeting minutes?
I
See-
move
Go ahead.
to approve the last week's meeting.
Second.
Moved and second for approval of last week's minutes. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustine is excused. Director Eccles.
Aye.
Director Edwards. And President Bradley.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Today's agenda. Questions or comments on the agenda? Seeing
Motion
none,
to
take a
approve
motion,
the
please.
agenda.
Go ahead.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Moved and seconded for approval of today's agenda. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustine is excused. Director Eccles.
Aye.
Director Edwards. And President Bradley.
Aye. Today's agenda is approved. Before we adjourn, I'd just like to take a minute and welcome Barb Burkett, our city councilor, back from her extended leave.
So happy to be here.
Thank you, and we certainly missed you, and I think you have an announcement to make.
Oh, I have goodies from Missouri Bakery that they told me it was their specialty today, so please enjoy.
Chocolate drops.
They are they're low cal, correct? No calories? Great. Okay.
What if any individuals on a strict diet and exercise program? Speaking for a friend.
With that, do I have a motion for adjournment, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
Barb.
Thank you all.
Thank you.